Keeping your four-legged members of your family safe when you're out in the great outdoors. Many families will be adventuring and bringing their dogs, even some cats, with them. And owners need to be prepared with a pet first aid kit. Yes, they do have them, just in case their furry friend gets hurt while they're out and about. And joining us now to tell us all about it is Temma Martin, Public Relations Manager from the Best Friends Animal Society. Thank you so much for being with us, Temma.
Thanks, Alicia. It's great to be here.
First of all, tell us a little bit about Best Friends Animal Society.
Well, Best Friends Animal Society is a leading national animal welfare organization. We're based out of Utah, and our mission is to lead the way to ending the killing of pets in shelters by 2025. So we have network partners all over the country, and basically we're trying to save the lives of dogs and cats in shelters.
That's fantastic. What a wonderful mission. Now let's kind of pivot to talk about the whole idea of a pet first aid kit. I mean, I grew up with cats, dogs, parakeets, goldfish, you name it. And you know what? We never had a first aid kit specifically for our pets. What do you suggest? What needs to be in this kit? How can people make it?
Well, we're beginning the adventure season, obviously, and with another summer of maybe travel being not traditional, maybe people aren't going to be jumping on airplanes to go on vacation. A lot more people are going to be out adventuring, maybe in the wilderness, hiking, kayaking, biking. So this is an important thing to think of because a lot of people do bring their dogs and sometimes an adventure cat or two out there with them. So you want to be prepared in case of an accident. And not only if you're out there adventuring should you have a first aid kit, but accidents can happen even at home and in the backyard. So it's important to have a kit and know what to do with it in case of an emergency.
So again, what goes into a pet first aid kit specifically?
Well, there are pre-made kits that you can buy, but we also have a list online that I'll refer to in a minute where if you buy a kit, either a human or a pet kit, it's good to add to it to make sure that you have everything that you need. But some of the items that are suggested to go into a pet first aid kit are things like surgical dressing, which is like a thick gauze pad, also known as an abdominal pad. And this can be used for a wound. You can open it up for a big wound or fold it up to make it very small, and then wrap it with something like Coban, which is a stretchy self-adherent wrap. You want to have ACE bandages, which also can be used to cover up gauze pads in case of an injury, or to wrap around a splint if an animal gets an injured limb or a broken limb. Gauze pads, of course, and gauze rolls, again, for wrapping injuries. But some other things that people might not consider as sterile saline solution can be used to flush a wound or clean out an eye irritant. And if you have a dog, it's a good idea to have a basket muzzle for the dog, which why would I need a muzzle for my own dog? But if an animal is injured, they're in pain, and an animal that might not otherwise bite might, if you're trying to move them to the car to get them to the emergency vet, you to put a muzzle on them to keep everyone safe.
And I know part of the motivation for telling people about this was an incident that happened with your brother's dog.
Yeah, we were kayaking last summer, and my brother has a big 6-year-old Rottweiler mix named Jasper. And we were out on the lake, and he was actually on the shore fetching sticks, and all of a sudden yelped and came out of the water with his paw bleeding. We figured that he probably stepped on maybe a broken bottle under the water, but it was bleeding profusely. And my brother was not near the parking lot. Fortunately, my husband, Ben, who's a nurse, was near the parking lot and was able to grab his first aid kit and come to the rescue. But the bleeding was so bad that my husband used an abdominal pad and some Coban wrap to put a pressure bandage on that. And it was 45 minutes to get the emergency vet because of how far away we were.
Sure.
But the vet said that first aid kit saved his life, that he might have bled to death if that.
Thank you so much for sharing that story. That's an excellent example why you need to not only have a first aid kit for the humans, but also for your pets. Temma Martin from the Best Friends Animal Society. Thank you so much for coming on this morning and sharing your insight with us.
Thanks, Alicia. Thanks for having me.